this week. Canada, the lob, and Blackwell had a piece, but not the whole thing. We're tied at 2. Floran Carroll back at it. Working inside, and the touch. And that's frustration for any goalkeeper. Receivers in football feel like if they get a piece of it, they should catch the whole thing. Goalies feel likewise. Off the bar on the try from distance from Miller. Ordinary will go the other way. Blackwell. Long distance. Too much on it. Goalie out, and the takeaway from Bouchard-Cote. Now she'll go the other way. End-to-end action here in the second. Rojas. Blackwell aggressive, but too much on that pass. Adrian Van Dyke now back to Rojas. They play catch on the near side. Shot clock to 6. A fake and a save. Blackwell knocks it out. Actually, they say that was off the far post on the try there from Morant. Dominguez. Pressure here from Canada. Can see how spread out they've got Team USA. Shot clock to 10. Miller gives a look. Long try, almost beat the keeper off the bar, and the rebound controlled by Canada. Rojas goes inside. Van Dyke around the way. Quick shot and score. Carroll again. And a 3-2 lead for Canada. They've pulled back in front. .5:48 to play first half. Now a 3-2 advantage for Team Canada. Hannah Meyer out of Santa Barbara 805 water polo. Goes to her club teammate Cassidy Miller, but it's a turnover. Back to Canada. Long cross pass. Inside, quick movement, trouble here, right in front, punching it in, Emma Frazier. A missed assignment there from Team USA defensively. Frazier got into some space and able to hit a 4-2 lead now for Canada. A steal, and there it is on the perimeter. The pressure's there from Canada. Adrian Van Dyke stepping in. Miriam Lazat, the recipient. Here comes Canada on the break. But now they take their eye off the ball. Team USA stepping in. Cassidy Miller there. Off the ball. Some contact, and it'll go back to Canada now. So away from the ball. Team USA had it, they give it right back. Under 5 to play first half. A tussle here on the perimeter. April Gonzalez trying to shed her defender, Izzy Zimmerman. Right in front, an ordinary, and then an exclusion. It's Meyer. She'll depart. Power play here to Canada. A few fakes. Van Dyke. Gonzalez now. She'll let it fly. Defense not making that one easy. It's off the mark. Here's Flynn. She's got help across the way. Goes to Miller. Annalise Miller on the skip, tried to bring it near corner. Bouchard Cote ready for it, under 4 to play, first half. Ball will turn over. Canada, a big fistful of suit. April Gonzalez and Izzy Zimmerman tangled. That's an exclusion. You can see that's a hard ordinary from Lizotte. Dropped the hammer there on Flynn the minute that pass came in. 6-on-5 now for Team USA. But that is what has made Canada effective this week. Strong defense. Flynn lets it rip. No good. Again, Canada operating in space. Nobody home, cruising in and skipping it in, Jaden Miller. Second goal now we've seen in this first half where Canada has been able to break free, using it to their advantage, and they've built a 5-2 lead. Team USA had led 2-1 in the first quarter earlier. Now 3:03 to play, and Canada building a lead. Their head coach, David Paradello, has spent time leading the senior national team as well with Canada. And with a group here that likely has some athletes that'll be on that senior national team in years to come. Forcing a turnover again, Frazier, then drawing exclusion, then a timeout called by Canada with 2:49 to play. So setting up a 6-on-5 out of the break. Fans, don't forget results for every match here from the UANA Junior Pan American Championship available at usawaterpolo.org. Head to the events section and then click on the UANA Junior Pan American Championship. And you can get information, results, score sheets, rosters for the USA men and women. And if you're in the area, splash ball clinic information, free splash ball clinics running all week here in Clearwater and Largo. After this match, we'll switch off to men's competition in the 5th through 8th place bracket. Peru, Puerto Rico coming up at 12:30 p.m. local time, then Colombia and Barbados at 1:50. The USA men are up at 4:40 p.m. They'll also take on Canada. That another key match as it is semifinal action. Argentina, Brazil on the other side of that bracket in the semifinals at 6 p.m. Off the bar on the 6-on-5. USA defense holds. Sides are even with 2:23 to play in the first half. Dominguez now moving in. Defender giving chase and tipped away. Gaver-Mo able to step in and knock that one back. Much to the dismay of the USA faithful here in Clearwater, but Canada has it on the attack. Shot clock to 5. And a rope from deep. Emma Frazier from the perimeter hitting, and a 6-2 lead for Canada. The USA defense has forced this Canada offense to use a lot of their shot clock. A lot of their opportunities have come at the end of the clock, and they stayed confident there with about 4 on the shot clock. Frazier lets it fly from deep. It's a 6-2 lead, now a timeout called by head coach Kristen Rodriguez. Talk things over with this USA squad. Allowing 5 unanswered here from Canada. Out of the timeout, Blackwell will get us started with 1:40 to play in the second. Dominguez. Flynn, far side. Frazier all over her. Shot clock. Still time, but they go off the bar and away. .112 to play first half. Save Blackwell on the skip try, and then Dominguez tips it to herself. Big game for Dominguez yesterday in the 24-4 win over Argentina. That was a rebound victory, and now another. This time they go inside, and it's Malia Allen, someone who's been putting up goals this week for Team USA as well. And they break the drought. Stop that 5-0 run by Canada, get on the board 6-3 with 44 seconds left in the first half. Adrian Van Dyke, pressured there by Allen. Comes near side. Rojas moving in. She'll let it fly. Blackwell with the right. Shot clock is off. 20 seconds left here in the first half. Dominguez leads the charge. Moving in. Puts on the brakes. 7 seconds left. No look attempt, but they'd say no goal regardless inside the 5 on that attempt. Nice try though with the no look effort, and we've come to the end of the first half. Team USA trailing Canada 6-3 in this important advancement game here at the end of pool play at the UANA Junior Pan American Championship. We will take a timeout and return third quarter upcoming. Stay with us. You're watching live on USA Water Polo TV.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to Clearwater Beach, the #1 beach in the U.S. as chosen by travelers on TripAdvisor. It's not just white sand and Gulf breezes. Beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics on Florida's Gulf Coast. Visit stpclearwater.com. Love is St. Pete Clearwater, home to 35 miles of white sand bliss. But it's more than emerald surf and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of life, nature, art, music, or whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics on Florida's Gulf Coast in St. Pete Clearwater. Love the beach.
Cap 7 is the proud sponsor of USA Water Polo. Cap 7 is the best ball in the world.
You never know where the next Olympian might be coming from, but it could be water polo, and that starts with Splash Ball. Splash Ball is a program for children ages 5 through 9 designed to introduce them to the sport of water polo while promoting water safety. Improve swimming skills and learn a sport you'll love for a lifetime. For more information, visit splashballusa.org.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to Clearwater Beach, the #1 beach in the U.S. as chosen by travelers on TripAdvisor. It's not just white sand and Gulf breezes. Beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics on Florida's Gulf Coast. Visit stpclearwater.com. Love the beach. This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to 35 miles of white sand bliss. But it's more than emerald surf and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of life, nature, art, music, or whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics on Florida's Gulf Coast in St. Pete Clearwater. Love the beach.
Third quarter, opening sprint will get us started. Canada leading Team USA 6-3. UANA Junior Pan American Championship action here at the Long Center in Clearwater, Florida. And Team USA looking to catch up in a hurry, but a save there. And almost dipping back into the cage. That was Gabriella Mantica. She's come on to play the second half here for Canada after Marianne Bouchard-Cote did the first. Team USA controls the sprint, racing down, trying to claw back to within 2. Not the case early here. Canada back on the offensive end, and a score. Adrian Van Dyke, near side delivery, and a 7-3 lead for Canada. And a sub here to start early. Annalise Miller will come on, replacing Hannah Meyer. Spinning backhand. That one died just shy of Manteca on the effort from Hicks. Canada again filling the lanes here and hitting. They go far side on the connect for Daphne Gavermo. And quickly an 8-3 lead for Canada. Opening moments, third quarter. Annalise Miller won't get the chance to let that one fly. An offensive foul off the ball. And Manteca will start things for Canada, the quick outlet. Utas. Here's Morant. Backhand off the bar. A fight for it, the rebound, and the score. April Gonzalez on the second effort. And things getting a little shaky here for Team USA in the third. Trailing now 9-3. And they will call for time to talk things over here with 6:17 to play in the third. Coach Rodriguez will talk with her team. Started off strong, 2-1 lead in the first, and then Canada took control. They scored 5 unanswered, and now they have built a 9-3 lead here in the third quarter. And if this holds up, it'll be Canada and Brazil meeting for gold tomorrow. Loser here will take on Argentina later this afternoon. And then we'll get another game tomorrow as well. Off the timeout, Flynn. 5 goals yesterday in the win over Argentina. Quick delivery and a save. Manteca on the try there from Cassidy Miller. Jaden Miller now on the break for Canada. She has help. Good look on the money. Miriam Lazat, a textbook counterattack, and all smiles from Canada as they push their advantage to 10-3. That one developed in a hurry. And starts with their defense. And we talked about it earlier, talking with Coach Rodriguez before the game. What are the things about Canada that concern you? Their press and their counter. Their defense leading to their quick action offense, and a goal, and now a 7-goal advantage. Tipped away and taken by the Canadians. They've worked for Christina Hicks, the Hawaiian Islands water polo product. But the pressure's been there from Canada. Tough to operate in close. Now on the other end, go right inside. double team, a triple, and Team USA there defensively. Cassidy Miller, Paolo Dominguez coming over. Now going ahead to Flynn. This is the speed, though, of this Canada team. They're able to get back in a hurry. Flynn from deep. That's high of the cage, out of play with 5:05 to go in the third. Over the top, and Blackwell out to cover. Trying to set things up for Gabe Vermeaux, but a little too much on it. Chant for USA goes out among the crowd here. Nice turnout at the long center in Clearwater. Saturday morning action, also summer vacation for many from school. Dominguez, that's field blocked. The defense in front, swatting that one away, Emma Frazier. On the way down, an exclusion in transition, and then a timeout called by Canada with 4:19 to play in the third. Hicks excluded for Team USA. Canadians will go on the advantage when play resumes. Big thanks to St. Pete Clearwater Sports and Events, Astral Pools, UANA, Tier, and all the folks here at the Long Center in Clearwater helping to make this event happen. Water polo growing in the state of Florida. We'll be talking with some folks from the area throughout the day. In the meantime, back to action. 4:12 left, third quarter, 10-3 lead. Canada on the advantage, looking for more. That pass will derail the 6-on-5 for the moment. Utas. That's Emily Osmus tipping it away. Stays with Canada. Sides coming even. Doesn't matter. Valeria Rojas able to hit right as the sides were coming even, and an 11-3 lead for Canada. Exclusion. Grab of the suit on Canada, April Gonzalez. Power play for Team USA. Meyer. Low skip and a score from deep. Cassidy Miller hitting on the 6-on-5. Team USA able to get one back. They trail 11-4. Cassidy Miller, Santa Barbara 8:05 from the outside. And then a steal, Osmus able to force the turnover. Here's Meyer. Has the ordinary, passes on the shot. Will come near side. And that's Bianca Becerra. That one's taken away. Ava Morant coming up with the steal. Morant now moving in. double teamed. Canada spreading things out here with 2:40 to play in the third. Entry in, quick shot, Blackwell ready. And a timeout called by Team USA. Actually, correction is the ball turns over to Canada. They'll build it back to the goalie. Zimmerman defending out high. And then it's Osmus, the 12-year-old from SoCal, forcing the turnover. What an experience for young Emily Osmus. This is a 19 and under tourney. And getting a chance here. Now going inside to Izzy Gazaniga. And a tip away. The field block is there. They tried to go right back to Gazaniga for the quick attempt. And the Canada defense ready, under 2 to play in the third. Entry inside. A fight for it. And an exclusion on Gazaniga. Less than 90 seconds left, third quarter. Blackwell with the right hand, tips it up over the cage. Canada still on the advantage for the moment, but they've got a new shot clock now to work with. And we'll pull the ball out for a cap replacement. A dive to the bottom of the pool. And the cap for Blair McDowell has been located. After that, Canada again. Ava Morant. And a 12-4 lead. USA defense is held for the moment, but to give this Canadian team a second chance, they take advantage. And now a 12-4 lead with 1:10 to play in the third. Stop there. Mantika. Canada's had both their goalies work today. Marianne Bouchard-Cote in the first half. Gabrielle Mantika in the second. They've both played well. Ordinary called. Rojas. Shot is down to 6. 29 seconds left in the quarter. In they go to Gonzalez. One-on-one action to 2 seconds. Her shot takes it and hits. Went low around the defender, past the keeper. With time running down on the shot clock, April Gonzalez connecting. Now a 13-4 lead for Canada with 24 seconds left in the third. Shot clock is now off. Just 18 seconds left here in the third. Backhand, and Manteca ready again. This Canada defense has forced Team USA a long way from home. They've had to try some different shot attempts. That one was red the whole way. Now 2 seconds left. One inside, and Flynn is there, and that's all for the third. 3 quarters complete. Canada on their way to advance into this gold medal final, 13-4. The lead Team USA will step aside and return with the fourth. You're watching the UANA Junior Pan American Championship live on USA Water Polo TV.
Cap 7 is the proud sponsor of USA Water Polo. Cap 7 is the best ball in the world.
And the fourth quarter underway. Opening sprint controlled by Canada. They lead 13-4. We're here at the UANA Junior Pan American Championship, Clearwater, Florida. Greg Meskel here with you for USA Water Polo TV. Now we have the pleasure of being joined by Zach Campos. If you follow water polo, you probably remember this guy from Long Beach State on that great team a couple of years ago under head coach Gavin Arroyo. Zach, thanks for stopping by and talking to us.
Yeah, pleasure to be here.
Zach, so as I adjust your microphone here, and we see Canada put another one away. They add a goal here. That's Florent Carroll with another one. You were out west, obviously in the Long Beach area. You're a Florida guy originally. You're back in your home state here, and you're now living in the Tampa, Clearwater area. Just tell us what kind of brought you back to Florida.
Well, not just the opportunity, but the ability to come back and give back to the community I grew up in. It was also pretty easy with the amount of growth that water polo has been seeing out in this area. So it's really just easy decision for us to come back and give back a little bit.
Jenna Flynn scoring here for Team USA. And you're wearing a lot of hats this week, obviously helping to host this tournament, but you're also playing a major role in club water polo right here in the Tampa area. I think people think of Florida water polo, typically South Florida, but you're helping to change that.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, specifically with this tournament, I'm just kind of helping make sure that the athletes get as good of an experience as they can, making sure the tournaments run smoothly and that everyone has everything they need and getting the little things done like that. But as far as the tournament side, I've kind of been helping grow the sport as quick as I can. We've been starting up splash ball programs and inter-city programs so that we can get a wider range of kids to start playing the sport, which is kind of the start of it. The second thing we've done is also starting August 1st here in Long Center, we're going to be starting up a new club program called Clearwater Polo, and it's kind of a play on the city, obviously.
Sure.
But But more importantly, we're trying to get the kids that come out and see this event to have the ability to join up and have a program specifically made for people in this area, not just the greater Tampa Bay city. This is a lot more local, and it's definitely got a home feel because everyone knows where the Long Center is. They've been coming here for summer camp. They've been coming out trying swim lessons. So adding in water polo is really just an easy addition for us.
Exclusion called here against Team USA and Christina Hicks. A power play now here to Canada. They lead 14-5 here in the fourth quarter. 6:30 to go in the fourth as Canada goes up on the attack here. You talked about the Clearwater Polo Club. That's just one of the clubs, though, in the area in an effort to kind of get this whole greater Tampa Bay area really fired up about water polo.
Correct. We here in Clearwater, we have Clearwater Polo, which is going to cover most of Pinellas County. We're hoping to start another one in Largo eventually as the program grows. But as of right now, we also have Tampa Bay Water Polo, which is based out of Berkeley Prep School. We have 813 Polo Club, which is kind of covering the greater South Tampa area. And we just started, like I said before, that inner-city water polo team called Aquamelon Water Polo, which is funded by one of our local sponsors, Aquamelon, which is a watermelon drink, and a guy named Des Williams. But the bigger picture there is getting kids that have never really had access to the sport, the ability to come out, try it, play, and get good at something so that they have a ticket out and create scholarship opportunities for themselves.
Jaden Miller scoring here for Canada as they pull away in this one, 15-5, 5:41 left in the fourth. For those that maybe their knowledge of Florida is Disney or somewhere in South Beach, what is the potential for water polo growth here in your mind?
It's huge. I mean, in every direction, you've got at least 10 pools within 15 miles. Specifically the public pools that they have available are at least 4 per town, and then you bring in the high schools that have pools in them, and you bring in the amount of people that have a backyard pool that are already comfortable in the water. I mean, this is, in my mind, it's the next Orange County. It's ready to take off.
Long distance there from Jenna Flynn. A rocket from the outside and a nice late goal here at 15-6. And with all that in mind, what do you think has kept it from previously exploding that way when you have the weather, right? You have the pools, you have the ocean access. Very similar California vibe, maybe a little bit more thunderstorms out here. But
every day, 3 o'clock.
There you go. But set your watch to it, you move on, right? What do you think it is that maybe has kept it from growing and now that you can kind of change going forward?
There's been some negative connotation between water polo coaches and swim coaches.
Sure.
And one of the first things that I tried doing when we got out here was having a positive relationship with some of the swim coaches in the area and, making them understand, like, look, we're not trying to take over your sport. We're trying to coexist and, live symbiotically so that your swimmers turn into great water polo players and stay in the pool year long.
Yeah, there are so many water polo players that also were on the swim team and that I think vice versa, and they found that one kind of complemented the other, whether it was training or enjoyment of being in the water, those things.
Yeah, and on top of that, it's also just, getting access to understanding what the sport is. I mean, I can't tell you, even when I started, someone said, hey, let's join the water polo team, and they didn't even have a program at Miami Country Day School when I started. So we were on the first team, and someone said, hey, let's try this up. And someone had to explain what it was to us. And once we were in, it was pretty addicting. So we hope to have that same effect with a lot of the communities out here that have never heard of the sport before.
A nice turn inside. Izzy Gazanaga turning and hitting a 15-7 game now with 4:31 left and perhaps a little too late. For those coming out and watching these games that have been here all week, and this is a U19 event, so these are folks on the pathway to the national team potentially. But for a guy like yourself that just loves water polo, how fun has it been to see these folks, this caliber of water polo here in this part of the state?
Oh, it's fantastic. I mean, it's refreshing to see, high-level water polo, especially when you've been coaching a lot of younger kids and you don't exactly get to see this as much as we'd like to. But beyond that, it's not just me that enjoys it. It's, we, like I said yesterday, or before, we had yesterday a lot of splash ball events. We had free clinics, and as much as it means for me, it means more for those kids that haven't had the ability to see what it looks like at its top level.
Gazanaga again on the counter. Team USA trying to chip away here, 15-8, 4:14 left in the fourth. And I have no doubt you've had to talk to parents about this. As we see a timeout called by Canada, they'll talk things over here, and I suspect Coach Pardell may be feeling things are getting a little too loose here with a large lead in the fourth. But Zach, you've had to talk to parents, get people involved in these clubs. For those parents that you talk to that are maybe unfamiliar, like you once were, about the water polo team or unsure about getting their kid involved, what's been kind of your pitch to say, hey, give Splash Ball a try, or hey, give Clear or 813 or one of these teams a try?
Usually we get them into one practice and they can't turn away. You
Yeah.
know, they have enough fun when they get in the water. But for the parents that don't necessarily know what it is and they think, oh, water polo, that's a really physical sport. First thing we say is, look, it's a great way to stay in shape. It's a great way to be healthy all year long. But more importantly, you have something that you're going to, not just be part of a club, you're part of a family. Every single program that we have kids that show up every practice, you're held accountable. And more importantly, this being a part of this sport, not only for me, but for anyone that plays, teaches you a lot of life lessons, organization, time management, being accountable, showing up to practice, and caring about your teammates. Those are the things that we really try to hammer with all of our younger age group kids. And as people come in, that's one of the first things that they notice.
4:13 left. We're talking with Zach Campos from the Long Beach State standout, and now helping to grow the game of water polo here in the Tampa Bay area, Clearwater, so on and so forth. 15-8 the lead right now for Canada. Winner here will play for gold tomorrow against Brazil. Loser will take on Argentina later this afternoon as we get to the 3:50 mark. Canada looking for the quick there. Inside 5, not to be. Lob try, that's on the money. Scored in close for Jaden Miller. She adds another, and that kind of quiets a little Team USA rally here, making it 16-8 in favor of Canada. So we talked about these clubs, the teams, the programs you're trying to add. Do you have a sense of what 12 months from now ideally looks like, what 2 years looks like from now? What's kind of your incremental goals here?
I mean, we have definitely a growth plan. We have an idea of what our biggest challenges would be, and that's kind of helped us understand how we need to grow. We're trying to control our growth as much as we can because, being in Florida, there's not too many coaches that are as qualified as you'd like,
Sure.
that have played at college or on the national team level. So what we've been trying to do is, at the same time of teaching kids how to play, we like to teach coaches and bring on, college-level athletes that are looking for work and, try to build jobs within the community as well so that we have a workforce to kind of pull from and help teach kids.
Offensive, and Canada will take control. Definitely exciting stuff here in this area, and to have a tournament like this here. And I know all the folks that have attended, the teams taking part, raved about this facility, about everyone playing host here. Would be surprised to see another event here in the future as that one goes off the mark wide of the cage. While I have you here, I have to ask you about the Long Beach State days. I think a lot of folks that follow college water polo remember that team, and it always stands out. You can look back over the last 10 years of men's water polo at the college game and think, well, who were the teams that were outside the vaunted Big Four?
Yeah.
You think about the UOP team that went all the way to the final a couple of years back with James Graham, and that Long Beach State team from a couple of years ago that really pushed things as far as that large bid, that big win over UCLA when you're hosting the MPSF. When you think back on those days, what are the memories that jump out to you? What's one of your favorite moments that comes to mind?
Oh, favorite moments by far being able to host a tournament of that caliber. We hosted MPSF, and I think we broke the attendance record at the time for having people come out. And for us, that was a big deal, just, being able to play in front of our community, in front of the school, and, represent everyone in a really good way. And not only that, but getting people to rally behind us. It was definitely a good time playing with those guys, and it's something, I think every one of us that played on that team looks back on and cherishes that, that entire team and playing together. Even to this day, I talk to some of those guys even on and off, and it's just like the friendship just rekindles right away. It doesn't matter how much time's gone by in between. So definitely a very high point in my lifetime.
Yeah, it seems to be the thing with water polo teams. No matter how much time you spend apart, you spend so much time together grinding, there's that instant bond. What was it about that group for you that you clicked so well in that season and were able to win so many key games?
I mean, we had a very interesting group of guys. It was, people from all over that weren't necessarily the top recruit or had a chip on their shoulder. For example, I came out of Florida. We had Noel McConnell, who's, currently playing for USA and part of that program. And we had Dan Matulas from Ohio. We had guys all over the place that played a big role in being a key part of that team. And more importantly, I think it was just that desire to grind and work hard together. We did that for a long time before we got to that point.
6-on-5 goal here for Florent Carroll with 1:51 to play. It's funny, I feel like in a different way you have put yourself back in the underdog position a little bit. You were that way with Long Beach State. You're trying to come up and challenge the Stanfords and the Cals and everything. And now you've come to an area that is a bit of an underdog to California when it comes to growth of the game and club, and you seem just as fired up to be ready to grind and try and push this area back to the top.
Absolutely. I've got a lot of energy to keep program going and a lot of motivation. I'm not worried about that, but it's more about translating that into the kids and getting them out here. I definitely look at the challenge as something to relish, and I don't shy away from something that's difficult. So I definitely enjoy being not only a part of the UANA Cup and helping run the tournament, but helping to kind of grow the sport in our area. And this is definitely the first step to doing that.
Well, and there's something about that. You think about the folks from Florida that have played at a high level, whether it's yourself, obviously someone like Ashley Johnson is probably the most well-known Florida water polo player at the moment, given her exploits on the international scene. The Wygos, Mike Rosenthal, the list goes on. Those folks, and you see it too, people from Illinois, anyone from outside California, when they're able to go and succeed at a high level, tremendous amount of pride, not only from themselves, but from the community around them. Did you sense that when you guys were doing things that the folks in Florida were kind of rallying around? And,
definitely.
And maybe you're trying to tap into that a little bit as well here?
Definitely. I've had to rekindle some contacts that I haven't used in quite some time, and hear names that I haven't dealt with in a very long time. But more importantly, it's just cool to still have those relationships from high school and know that it was more than just a couple of years of my life that we were playing. It's cool to see how many people have, since I've moved here, have reached out and said, hey, we're so happy to have you. We're excited to see water polo grow and take off. But more importantly, how many people want to help have a hand in it. And it's not just me. So I've never felt alone since I've gotten here. It's definitely had a good group of support, and that's been key to keeping things hot and keeping people interested, and definitely starting program here, and more importantly, being put in the right direction. It's hard to show up and then suddenly figure out exactly what to do. And
sure,
I've only been here 3 weeks, and we suddenly started 3 teams. It's quite an experience to be out here, and more importantly, I look forward to seeing how much of an impact we have, not just on the Tampa Bay community, but on the state of Florida, and kind of putting it on the map just as much as California is. That's kind of our goal.
Just about a minute remaining here in this one. Canada on their way to a victory and headed to that gold medal game. Team USA will meet Argentina later this afternoon. Before we get you out of here, folks that are interested, best way to kind of learn more about what you're trying to do here and find out more about growing the game here in Florida?
We have a couple surveys on Facebook and things like that we've been trying to get out, and more importantly, get a list together of people that are at least interested. If you go on 813 Polo Club on Facebook, or you go to Tampa Bay Water Polo Association, both of those have links to a survey that takes about 2 minutes. It takes nothing more than answering a few questions about, hey, are you a good swimmer? How often do you want to train? Where do you live? What school do you go to? Things like that. And we contact you almost right away and try to get everyone on the same page so that you have the ability to come out and try it and see if it's something that you'd like to do yourself.
Excellent. Well, Zach Campos, appreciate the time. Thanks for all your work here, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Excellent.
It's been a pleasure. Got them all sweaty for me.
18-8 the lead right now. Thanks to Zach for stopping by and talking Tampa Bay area water polo for us. And this one for Team USA, as they add another goal here, but too little too late. Annalise Miller hitting. This was a 2-1 advantage they had way back when in the first quarter, and then just the experience of this Canada team taking control. We mentioned, and not to make excuses between the two teams, because USA very much wanted to win this game as well, but this Canada squad a bit older than this USA team, and in some respects the USA squad looking at this from a development standpoint as well, getting a younger group of athletes some high-level experience as Canada tacks on another Hannah Meyer. Excuse me, that was a USA athlete, Hannah Meyer. Canada's Miriam Lazat, making it a 19-9 game, which is 3 seconds left. And so the USA will be back in action later today. They will take on Argentina, and we'll have that game for you right here on USA Water Polo TV. Canada's going to be moving on to tomorrow's final. Save there, and that is all. The final 19-9. Canada wins this one. So we'll see Team USA, the women, later today at 3:10 p.m. Eastern. We'll meet Argentina. For the Canadian women, they are on to the gold medal final tomorrow against Brazil at 2:50 p.m. Eastern. We will see them then. Greg Meskel stepping aside for now. More live action coming up at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, so about an hour from now. Men's action. We go back to the men's competition. Peru and Puerto Rico will meet. So make sure you come back and join us for that. Colombia, Barbados to follow, and then we're back at 3:10 with a USA doubleheader. USA Women Argentina, and then at 4:40 Eastern, USA Men and Canada. So stay with us right here on USA Water Polo TV.